And then Monday, Ebrason, Ghana's favorite Monday night sports show, inside 90 minutes, bre. And also once again, Ebrasi A to Z about the course of Ghana, Como Africa. We are seeing I know our Shebasana. Na it was all part of the conversation. Every any activity lines the amount. I'll be part of AD every Monday night between 6 and 7 p.m. here. Our Net 2 TV. So when we say the countdown, no. For the biggest FIFA World Cup tournament, is so on. The historian, the Asante Abua, ever journey and as usual, countdown, maybe you know, yes, sign at Wasso, Eddie Fuente, bar, about the highlights of incident, how do I cost so over the weekend, no, na ya recapping in the amount if you are Eddie, a home and come if you are son of the historian of some World Cup about seven, and then no, or the ain't a It once again, that's some other part of the conversation here. So on behalf of my entire production team, led by Ura Amukwedu, Yawakwaba, some other part of us. This is Inside 90 Minutes. Say to my bar, highlights, Ernest. Yebashasiena Yamau the Blasters in Como because the head of Ghana Football Association, Raketius Okrako, when we say last week, you know, we didn't come say a brand new teams no squad on Masatse Eliziba. Now pressure now is on the association, the technical team and the entire team about the Ben Elizi ye Blasters squad no for the tournament at Ebaso. Into Racket Okraku, president ma Ghana Football Association, and we're stating a clear say June 1st, and you heard him say Black Stars, ye squad for the World Cup no, on bear now so a year Black Stars squad no. Inti ye have Black Stars team nankasa, preparation a year so far, any games are aquaso right from the qualifiers say aquaso on Kraya. Against Mali, against Comoros, against Chad, against Cape Verde, qualifiers about Pina. So the team prepare for the tournament at Ebaso. There were just 18 days to the World Cup itself. Inti Penin say June 1st, and a Blasters, you squad for the World Cup now. On bear now. So inti be our players in between making into the list. That is in Komo. Right. Let's talk about U17 team na enche na Ghana ye decided say was say announce the legendary Baby Jet Asamoah as ambassador for all the national teams. Ambassador for all the national teams and also coach football, all because of the history named the legendary Baby Jet Asamoah ewo. Now, on the day of the unveiling, Baby Jet editor say, told maybe last year, no, wow, follow Baby Jet on social media handles, no. Now, he wasn't in good mood. In fact, now it was so harsh. Na baby near brepa. Now the villain no kase, Racket to Kraku, a bani fee. Ebe kajes baby, de uye ni jai, traso. Because we are one person who be look up to you. With the yenti and commanding to us from the man himself, Baby Jet Asamoah.
You on social media. You could see I went off social media for some. Everybody can go through this stuff, but I was at home one day and my brother told me, president is looking for you. And I said, which president? And he said, Mr. Kreto Kreku. and then I said they should let him in. So I had a one-on-one conversation with him. I wasn't myself at that time. If all of you are on social media, you could see I went off social media for some time. So what he told me was, and I can remember vividly, he said, Asamoah, we have a lot of things to do. Don't do this to yourself. And I was like, that was when I came back to my senses, and I was like, what are we supposed to do? And he said, we have a lot of things to do when it comes to grassroots. You have been an inspiration to the youth. You have been an inspiration to Ghana. And there will be a lot. All
right, so legendary Baby Jet Asamoah no say we a timer in his life. He was so down. I say like depression ekano. Inti it take you racket to kraku and no very revive one chance say catch it. Standard that we do in life no in football be BM no. There are a lot of people who look up to you. Inti me situation get to be MSL life. Inti was so bad na ye be revive your game no. Na me mouth that ambassadorial role to play for all the national teams. Inti that is what happened. Say in fact Okasana Baby Jet was in tears. But that is what happened. Inti good say you and say is in good state obitu aboa na nim dey when you in football no akoso de amai. Right. Let's talk about your U17 female national team, which is Black Maidens. But before that, you celebrate World Football Day. World Football Day. 1928. Football. World Cup. Basafino. Buy into existence. It's already the historian. Any be di a home commander that dates. May 25th, back in 1928, World Football bat na see. Inti celebrate World Football Day. Inti mame the legendary Sule Ali Muntari. See a football there. These are so you're part of the world. No, these are legends. On my agono any jebemu. This was 2014 World Cup. Okay, in Brazil. Ghana, Uruguay. No, you love Sulali Muntari. That magic left was just super on that day for Ghana. Once yes, celebrity World Football Day, then I was here to me, you place in your ma ya gono enijabemu. Another one, Fatal Dauda. This same tournament, Ghana versus Portugal. In fact, a wonderful save here. Na ama focus na Fatal Panetui SMU CR7 ne header. In fact, a trendy all over the place. That was a player Fatal Dauda for you. And then these are 2 years per se is celebrating say almost about my grown akone name in world football. Now let's talk about U17 female national team Black Maidens. Over the weekend, our Accra Sports game against Liberia. Ghana winning by 6-0. Na Yamano on Bobo pa fat. Say the ball to green turf so no, they were super on that day last Saturday. But I enjoyed the game myself. You Yana person one who they so. You love Yamano. But like passes in the year Juma position, come on. Say your position no, they were just super. If that is a U17 female national team, which is Black Maidens, and come out can pay you say ebedi ehun komo eno. All right, now let's talk about the Black Queens. Black Queens is so game a 3-nation tournament. That will be against Tanzania, Malawi, then Black Queens. Just say best start June 1st, ekopim June 9th. That's the latest from the Black Queens of Ghana side and Anaji. Edi ehun komo Accra will show so. Now, switch na say with basketball Accra because there's a lot to share with you. Basketball, they don't say weekend day, they say ye penny dear ma Ghanaian referee some officiate ye basketball events. Inti 5 and paying for a small instructor from Uganda so Now I pen to TMA your team no. No ban so they not any kapa over the weekend West of Ghana Stadium. Inti the president ma Basketball Federation, Alex Kukula, and also the director in charge of sports at West of Ghana, Dr. Osin Lugeta was there. Yao Sechafari was also there. Omiano e the futo ma yen referee say adwuma na omo ye no omo ni enye ni ye because some say one day they will sit at home no say this is a Ghanaian referee officiating at the highest level. Into omo kwan say the omo ye bia no omo ma enode mremu na mwa na ya go no intime kweti. That is komo afi basketball banti na me de e kan preko say Saturday be May 30th, okay? May 30th. And basketball competition also ebaso Medina Zura Park. Okay, we know the top 4 game 2026. I in a penny George Sakwa de and focus team always put it up together. Into Saturday be and also ebaso and up 9 a.m. Ewo Medina Zurak Court. Enti Medina OG will be playing parts Oyibi Eagles, Mambas, Toronto Vikings, and also traditional hoopers. Obina be taking part in this year competition also. So this coming Saturday yebo Champions League day no na nopa na basketball no so so the day. All right, let's talk about Commonwealth Games because call Scotland next month year July you call Commonwealth Games na Ghana so preparation no you go so year for the upcoming Commonwealth Games and also baso next month year aka 60 days prepare na Commonwealth Games and also so GOC pay for no so prepare for this important assignment and no baso Ghana Olympic Committee team ni nyina federations in Asia to adwen for this upcoming important assignment for the Commonwealth Games. Now, this is the time to talk about Ghana Premier League, okay? Weekend in a wrap up the entire season with the final day results. It were all the 8 league centers. Game results about more than the power with the game between Vivian Gold Stars and 11 Wonders. That game produced 11 goals. In that game, goals are winning by 8 goals to 3. The Kobana say Samuel Atakumi Kwa 6 goals in that game. That was the shock I happened there over the weekend. Ghana Premier League. The historian is here. Maybe we talk about same year Ghana Premier League. One player share 6 goals. Meaning say Ghana abought against Kenya before. Now we know. A celebration match. Ayenua Reverend Opare share 6 goals. Ghana against Kenya. Mekai pa check back in the 60s. But since then, say player be 6 goals in the game there. Yeah, but it happened. Kotokolusu game has a unique game. In the season, Mediama are champions. Top 4 here, Mediama Gold Stars has a folk themselves. Then team cycle relegation 11 Wonders, Ho United, and also Nations FC. These are teams that will say goodbye to the Ghana Premier League for you. All right, so the prize package I want to say the winner of this season, 2 million Ghana cedis. It is 20 billion. And see that into way Adia Bakwa Beka League na Ecoso. The prize money 2 million Ghana cedi for the winner. Second place, 1 million Ghana cedi. Third place, 800,000 Ghana cedi. Fourth place, 750,000 Ghana cedi. It's from the 1 position to 15th, will be at least something small to take to the house. And see that in the GPL. Mame, the general statistics, after seeing season, the numbers. All right, here, well, 305 games. and abodi awie numbers here was out to about the Ghana Premier League, you know, it's in there because of time. To me to run it through all the lists, but this is what you want them out and about how. All right, so 306 games, 176 home wins, 50 away games, 8 away draw. You produce 627 goals in the Ghana Premier League. That is that. Mame former champions no. Never say now no mediama latest to join the previous champions. All right, so from 2000 IBC and then 2026 no. These are all former champions. Tima dominating in this panel. Asante Kotoko. Next Hasselfolk in that list. But the latest to join Mediama Sporting Club current league champions. Now, you okay. Antoine Semenyo was in the news because Oshego weekend the team. Na since our journey Masiti no, was 19 goals. Ellen Haaland and na 27 goals to win the Golden Boot Award this season in the EPL. But always we want to celebrate our own, which is Antoine Semenyo. But the big news is say Arsenal team no league champions this season. More Kudus was in attendance for their last game against Leeds United. They won by a goal to nil. But Mo wasn't on the green turf to play. But now all supporting team because they needed that important win no, against the last game on Mo. But Mo was there. Emma went to me winning match. That's said, at least was around to support the team. Arsenal and the new EPL champions. Na yehe time na trophy no. Yeah, the Arsenal dino eka no. Now you just love it, okay? Mizanti?
Yes, sir.
Bibi awoko there.
Onyame wa ye kesi.
As an Arsenal fan, maybe more than one trophy in the back. All right. Na uhu say na it take him 20 years and sana yedi mudino. Epe we fear be ase kuano. How was the feeling like?
In 1954.
Yes.
And at Chelsea, AJ the first Premier League title.
Okay.
Certain many say Accra Great Olympics.
Okay.
Ghana.
Yes.
Olympics Ebabeje League trophies in AGFA Cup.
Okay.
And then 2004, 2005 season, Chelsea Babeje the first title.
Okay.
It's we know and share that news. Obi now 50 years. New news.
Okay.
And the normalcy has been restored. And the gun has started firing.
Okay.
That's all. BB and your no ya the fufu.
Okay. But it seems like what the hard work in the winning the season because over the entire season, one consider any penalty, one J any record, we goalkeeper so produce 19 clean sheets. This is hard work.
Well, way back FIFA a research be about how football successful teams success of patience and consistency.
Okay.
A key. At the time, now teams be pamo coaches, Arsenal stacked with Ateta.
Okay.
Or by no team no 8th position near Adena na Omudi. 2019 and Omurini a year FA Cup. But he had a project, he had a vision. So this is how I want the team to go. And Arsenal also saw it wise to say, it's been our tradition. That's how we do things. Your coaches, your entire empamom.
Okay.
Your fabi apamom, I to say a high. So why not start with him? And Onoakasa started say, okay, the person team no embossing, the person team ni shape engineer saying, a basa, ube here players, omote okasa. And so abehwa Obama young ne ombia keka ho no omo koi and na ono akasa gradually odi bibe mu kakra and onya that stability at the back then in midfield nti ni nyina ye se obe consistent na ubenya faith with coaching said the be ya at least the players will get that chemistry between ono ne so it's any event, a process, and down, up and down. But Osha, third position, second position, about 3 times. It means to say, team is on ascendancy. And you know, why do you sack the coach? Because you keep getting closer. You keep getting closer. And you almost say the missing link may be an out and out striker or bomb, because it looked like though the goals were being scored by midfielders, spread across, but they needed something, and they went in for Yemfan say what do you call it? Jokers. Okay. And Crawford who ne starts very good. Osha goes watch Premier League in Yema. It means to say Arsenal is gradually on course, and Yababo Mabaso. But next season, no, wouldn't be easy because Manchester United is back to their original script and more quality. Even though Pep, he's not leaving them just like that. They also have quality, and the man coming in also good. Aston Villa, Europe, or baby fap in the squad. Chelsea want to do something. Moshe, a team, Tisa Liverpool. Yes, they are not satisfied with their current situation. They want to do something about it. So, getting to the top is somehow okay, but maintaining the status quo, no, I idea. So far, so good. Yanshe, the next step, Arsenal. Okay. It will take our honor. Did you say? It's very colorful. Yes. Oshe.
Production, mommy, picture of the bar before this. Nobody me pay. This is a Ghana's CID boss. Yeah. This COP leader Donko. Yeah. And a big Arsenal. Yeah, big Arsenal. And now before say be Sam George, but honorable Sam George, better than yeah. Naka Otio Nagabi as a Rochester lawyer. And so to us, so now, Kodia Frimpon. Yes. And so to us. Yeah, fans, yeah, Justin Kodia to us. Musician manifest. So first a small squad.
You know, Agyapong Crawford Babisa, it's like the question. Morgan Freeman, Ebisa 2022 World Cup opening ceremony. What is it about football that everybody is involved? And then I'll ask now. Jacob. But yet, in Crawford, Kwana Woman, Osha, Kenya, Uganda, Nigeria, Indonesia, so many places. I mean, it's amazing. A club on Jersey, so no, why a family, a idea, we want to thank Asamenga for doing that. Okay. The moment you get connected to Arsenal, you become like a family member. Okay. We look at everybody in a special way. We don't just Arsenal supporters don't quit. Okay. That's one thing. Okay. We to me actually me Arsenal supporter be team ni yard into Ujai. Ujai crowd ujina ho try say bibi aba no asamba. You know, very unique and it's all over the place. The world is celebrating Arsenal. Yes.
It's when a British High Commissioner to Ghana, the residents and and making sure say why Arsenal fan beer and will be in the door the man say Ghana mundane to Ghana. I think it was a colorful event and we of course and Arsenal colors and so I didn't say a net trophy in a foul. I say
the almost show anymore. Yes. New Jersey almost 2020. 27 season. Oh, okay. I know been wow. A COP. Wow. Yeah.
Lydia Donko.
Yes. Yeah, called Donko. A shamity. Begin say, that is how it is. That men one way no see lessons a woman and they hear me. Okay. Also, you were talking about as a Mojan, as ambassador. Yeah. Our problem as to what problem. Yes, let's say Ebi Mebiu. Yes. FA president Koho and I am ambassador of football teams. Yeah, national teams. Wow, a very good thing. But before Obeye Bibi, you need to have some history. I say, what can be? Yes, Wabobo Amagana or your top scorer of Africa or a what do you call it? World Cup. He's one of the best players I produce a few country. No doubt about that. Okay. Ya preko bokos. So there are people who are almost go through course. Arsenal a winning. No, you know what happened? Jens Lehmann in an interview Raya.
Okay.
So I know catcher and say, you know what? I want us to sign a bond that you will not get sent off on Saturday. What you say? 20 years ago, Jens Lehmann had a red card.
Okay.
So they do things and ma obi a we are connected to association football. No, you feel at home.
Okay.
By yen no, let's be very honest. Omo calls football. Ya preko ni hui. Even the great man himself, Abedi Pele. Ye can calls calls footballer of the year of Ghana 3 times at waso. We pe na ayeti say o kape otasa mojan. Almost so our honusunu so yeah dear obi embuyan. Say it's like here call World Cup. Golden Boy Razak played at Cosmos. It's in Kawukwe, Ebia. Memories, history. We should have story to tell. Omoa edi echirin. Okay. Sir, and you're saying, you're right. I mean, or interview players in Nibi. Utum say obi, and before Arsenal be winning, omo den krofo koho kokasa chire players. They mentor them.
Yes.
Ateta said the turning point was a day bia on the team no omotenas will be account on only players in the pay. I would be biase.
Okay.
No more can say, you know what? You are one of the best in the world. You need to change the way you think about the Nyama Echo. In doing this, let's bring everybody on board.
All right.
So I had begun calls football and yet and they started.
Okay.
Omo the pace setters na make be di Pele. I mean, ebinu mo hodie so but ekoyepe na wugya omo ejejemu then I will be catch omo. All right. So when was the last time Ebia FA president no every city Ebia omo amakos eye course ni bi. I don't think so wako baby. Until ever when you are telling a story, we should have something.
Okay.
On say yeah ma award. You can't win, you can't win, you can't win. So I mean, a basa a ma agrone tumpo. It's because na cost team no be a case no cry wahi.
But omobo KGL codes U17 Lake. I think say Koso all the regions, but if it is All right, so live here on the 2TV inside 90 minutes. And you go see the Kumona almost here ending the first part of the show. But before we wrap up on that, now and then a World Football Day. And to say the word the football actually. Say if you want to share something about Ghana football, we could be about it, and then any memory to share with us.
Well, yeah, no, it back way back our Cape Coast, Jamaican teacher be our Philip Kweku school or something, yeah. Or introduce you boys be the name I think is Alexis or something, and they started ball, kakra. But officially. Say league football there started 1958. Me I shada mbobo obi abeka say then House of Folk Numa yeti 1911 Kotoko 1935 before that Kotoko 1935 there was Atoms ne omo ekeka there were teams in the western regions no mbobo but organized league there and shada and started in term ewa hanum I think one Richard Akwe or something or no ana ehwema football e grow ya e bedu baby a edwinti. We've come a long way. Unfortunately, we see football as a recreation, and we've I think that may be the reason as sports association ministry and recreation. I don't know about that, but then in times like this, you better say your game no you fi ya kwakodo he. So I know na be boy ama ye develop. But ye no aya ye nhwe one we are interested in your tournament ye ko we for Christ's sake. To say anka wo kan ni kebia ye ko baby at the first football game ye ko Kepus say Chapel Square se Sidu and he fan baby a starting ball Philip Kweku school wa ye hwe se den na esi wo ho that day. There should be something monumental. Ye be ko secondary Jendu where Hazakes wise no mo ye omo niam asodro All Blacks Fankoba. I mean, these are things you bet to me a big ginger. We've come a long way and there is a lot to be done, even though. But yet, Osha World Football 1909 18 something. Not English fund, you might take it off, did that. Stoke City, because Arsenal yet in 1885 or 86. So, Omo no must start a bubble. And Sana officially FIFA never 1909 or some 1904. Yes, started organizing FIFA. And Sana Omobo Monima and Egyptians, and we should have a competition, especially after Olympic Games. Omobo and Onsano. It's time for football to have its own tournament. And the 1930 World Cup by Yanine Moa Yaba Bedu and Pempenso Yedu. Now, all the two young year they want to say make about league football 1958. And then the successes, Chalk and Kabade says here was no. Where last game and 36 goals.
Yeah.
Now, me school ni. It's the me president teacher Bekebia and Mekobisa. His Excellency President John Mahama say, "Unti bibia se bisa."
Yeah.
It's me konana AI ho. Eye Solomon. Technology Solomon.
Yeah.
Bisa ni sa anye bia no. Ye bo kroma no. One national 6 goals in the game. Osi 24th May 2026. And a brand TB friend atakumi. 6 goals.
So was setting new record.
Oh,
okay.
Na ye bisa se we die asamoja nkra no. World Cup be 3 se 4. Ansa na otumi ahye
Maybe so now it was against a weaker opponent in the league because 11 winners. The whole season, just they had only 10 points. So we share outside there. The chance of your best goals, no, it might be high. And
okay, that's it. That's it. And you're bad. You be funny, sir.
All right.
36 goals.
Yeah.
Not that could be performance there. It's ending the call into the national team. But Yembisa say on the last day. I feel we be eba enya nwanwa mum the oye in charge of security not the British High Commission here TV enti na enya nwanwa say we num ACC ya kwa yedim na ye stadium so ayamtiu kwese da na ye bobo.
Yeah, next week you be this come on. Maybe kakrebi on the prize money na ye dema the winners of the season, you know, because 2 million Ghana cedis for the first time. I think say this something I was say you say thank you to the organizers of the league and
idea way I quite remember Harvard Business School BB about African football and why African football is not striving. They almost come out Nigeria, the biggest economy on the continent. Nigeria winner na oje at the time about $300,000. A year play about wage or you pay them. 2015. Yemfa necessity krani ya mesika etisen. So the question is, share any pa a call British High Commissioner or if he a share ball. Now we share the ecosu Kenya, we share the ecosu Uganda, Nigeria. Now yeah no emfa. What is wrong? Because one, numbers and the sponsors ebeba. Sponsors no and the disika ebeba. Now the numbers are down. Sponsors no obieka so almost any ho. 18 no eso mu ebre no manya bi kra dia ma teams no.
Okay.
O man sesika de obo ubeka se different economy. Ba me momu de na bia no fancy pe momu to am de what's the dwenhwe kan. EPL the win here no. Championship playoff no, or any over 150 million pounds. So in one game.
Yeah.
What is wrong and what can be done?
Okay.
The prize money, obika yenya ni binti when ya dema dia ese wusum na ofanisa ni yehwe ni ebisa ho ye beko eyi ma enye World Cup ni ebisa ho because ye koba pe league ne be start.
Yes.
Na ese yehwe pitches ye bisa ni enti ankrofon ko park na league ni ye empty. Teams in the performance at the same when near ma a see a training in and sana new season no start
35 after 60 years on the 2 TV. So every song I say trying by a bar na if you the countdown to 2026 FIFA World Cup shas in the 18-day side na enter US, Canada and Mexico for the biggest World Cup ever happen ewo ewiase. Now say Canada ya shas back in 1930. Ya did mu sa no ya enter the 1990 arena no. So you will say at the end this year 1994, 98 and Korea, Japan 2002. Ye chon e ba World Cup history up next. Yama kwaba bio aha and 2TV inside 19 so every Monday night between 6 and 7 p.m. no ye share on 2TV so neni komo about the costo world of sports. Every so ye enter the World Cup arena because you're 18 days to the tournament. Say the yama abakwa sembiano and no ye share wo 1990 ekoso he e ho abakwa 70 saying Sanko ni nyina ekita the historian himself and he asante wanana 1990.
Yes.
You knew komo
1990 Cameroon's World Cup.
Okay.
That was the tournament. You say interference allegedly Paul Biya, a president of Cameroon.
Okay.
Cameroon selection by no. Ujamila was 38 years old. Paul Biya said Monfanonko. A Russian coach, Napomiachi, was in charge of Cameroonian team and Odi Rojamila Ekoi. So Rojamila Ekoi in 1990 World Cup, the first game, Argentina being defending champions on a Cameroon. Now Argentina, Maradona, Batistuta, Buruchanga, mention them.
Angel Gabriel Batistuta.
Now you ask yourself.
Yes.
Cameroon we be kura bisa say Cameroon no ewo he. So ahun.
Yeah.
Then Cameroon edi record. Share Argentina 1-0. At the end of the day, no more than 9 against 11 and we Argentina game.
Wow.
They went on to qualify for the first time an African country do quarterfinal in 1990. Unfortunately, Omolusu concentration and Omolusu England in the quarterfinal and on Agarelenenka Ejinidin.
Okay.
I mean some mistakes. Even though as Africans near full say almost full say kodudu until they need to put a stop on us. But then that's football. It's in 1990 and there was this gentleman Toto Skilaki, Nidino and Emma Eyeyi.
Yeah.
Was some ICB. He was striking for Italy.
Yeah.
And no bought about third or second tier Italian league and no more than about World Cup. And he did very well as a striker for them. And the final was between Argentina and Germany. Germany, Argentina, 1986, won the quarterfinals.
Yes.
And I win so Omoko finals. And he took a penalty. Argentina for Tremaso Omo the Oma Woko off the pitch. Emma Omo Germany share Omo DJ World Cup. The coach then was the late Kaiser.
Okay.
Beckenbauer. Ono was one of the only players Omo Bo team a coach team no at the J World Cup. Zagallo was one and a year Didier Deschamps also yeah one and a year Frank Beckenbauer and so yeah one of them. 1990 World Cup basically Cameroon's World Cup. That's what we will say because na ebin sida say Cameroon from where no more to me a koko yes I mean big deal Emma Africa and it changed the way you see in Africa. So enter 1994.
Okay.
Now Nigeria so having won the African Cup a year Algeria. Yes. Our Modeba a year World Cup. Much was expected of Nigeria. Amuneke, Amokachino, they were in Adepojun, they were on top of their game. USA 94, 24 teams and in the finals, a year Italy, a year Brazil. Brazil share Italy 3-2 on penalties. And not the great miss Roberto Baggio.
Yes.
And Messi a year penalty. Emma Omodeji. And the attendance was massive. 3,587,000, which means 68,000 per game. The fourth team was a year Bulgaria and a third in a year Sweden. The best player Romario and a top scorer with 6 goals. And Oleg Salenko. Now, there is something about Oleg Salenko and Roger Miller. Oleg Salenko and Kumasi.
Yes.
Salenko no did 24 years. Cameroon also goals 8-year Cameroon. In that same game, Roger Miller 42 years on go. So it was Obieka say 10 number, someone who was 42 and someone who was 24 years and on go now. 141 goals and a echo more. Africa, Cameroon, Morocco, Nigeria, the debut, and the great man Samuel Eto'o so making a debut. One certain I see here Escobar, Obama Colombia, or share own goal against US.
Yes.
Okodu Fiena, Obi Ebony Tua or the Ekuno. Till Cameroon so big loss, Emma and American Salenko. A share go no. Ti Rojamela 42 scoring. Nigeria a top in the group. Emra or share Bulgaria 3-0. But Bulgaria went on to become the 4th place team.
Okay.
And led by Shetkov. Nigeria elusu Emma second round no. After extra time the Lusuma a year Italy. Now guess what? Spain team na kwa no.
Yes.
Any players
Okay.
Pep Guardiola.
Wow.
Luis Enrique, Fernando Hierro, and Julian Lopetegui.
Wow.
Omunyina a season coaches.
Julian, former coach from Madrid.
Yes.
Pep also a City coach.
Exactly.
Then Enrique, a Paris Saint-Germain coach.
And Emra ye Pamu Lopetegui a year Russia to 2018. Fernando Hierro and STP in or your technical director at the Spanish football. Diego Simoni. No, Argentine team and Antonio Conte, and so
these are all great coaches.
Great coaches, wow. Enter 1998, our France, 32 teams as usual. 3rd place, Croatia. 4th, Holland. Then the title winners, France, in the first title, Eshe, a year Brazil 3-0, and that was 2 goals. Zinedine Zidane shared, and 1 goal or show tournament. But he was adjudged as the best player of the tournament. And Davos Suka, and so a winning top scorer. Now, Croatia, Adebia, na ano day. Croatia.
Okay.
And Lilian Thuram, sensational goal scoring ability then. I come with France film. That was Croatia and France. Ewo a honum in the semis. And only their course so ewo honum. Then there was this controversy about Morocco, Brazil, penalty. I wish I had that pictures here. There was a penalty. Sevilla or Honor, my baby determines a penalty. But then, now Morocco, share Scotland. And Mustafa Haji, Ashe, spectacular goal. A Juana Brazil, a share Norway. ana yedi Morocco edi film nti eno ene de ekoso ewo honum nti 2002
so France 98
yeah
host and win
okay ana ye call
Korea Japan
2002
yes
now Germany in 1998 a honum who say omu team something is wrong ofimu in the second round.
Okay.
Until they note Germany 1998, they started to rebuild their team. Okay. The last batch of players Omode Kono was 2002. Omo Kokodu a year finals and a Brazil a Shomo by 2-0. That was Ronaldo's tournament. Top scorer 8 goals. Best player Ekoma German goalkeeper Oliver Kahn. Attendance also massive, but wouldn't say na football in yet is Africa were rep by Cameroon, Nigeria, South Africa, Tunisia. Senegal is making a debut. Now guess what? Senegal caused a sensation. The first time Oko could do quarter-final stage our competition. And now O'Shea, Zinedine Zidane, a team, France, Henry, Trezeguet, Shomo 1-0, and that was something else. Then 2006, I know the Obia Beka say Ghana for World Cup. Germany has started rebuilding. It's a team no na and Sheda and yesterday almost. But you know they always have a plan. And then I idea a higher 32 countries and a koye. In the final game, Italy eshe France 5-3 on penalties, and the best player was Zinedine Zidane. But then, also Anna, of course, the France team, and Mira or headbatti, a year.
Pablo Zabaleta.
No,
Marco Zarate. Okay, didn't know about
Kohana.
Yes.
Sadia Inisoyen. And in 2006.
But I don't know, Fabio Cannavaro, the best player of the competition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cannavaro was the best player of that day. The best player, no, your young player was Podolski.
Yeah, Lukas Podolski.
Cannavaro be winning best player in the world.
Yes.
But tournament in the Zinedine Zidane.
Yes, and also the best player. A lot of conversation.
Exactly. Say top scorer was closer. Who currently holding the record of most goals scored at the World Cup.
But that 2006 was Ghana's first appearance at the World Stage.
Ghana, Togo, Angola, Cote d'Ivoire, Omunyina make your debut, with the exception of Tunisia. And Omunyina Sufim, Ghana pen a progress to the next round. Okulusuma Brazil 3-0. And on the 2006, they entered 2010. Ghana's World Cup once again. South Africa, 32 teams. Final Spain winning 1-0. But the news was Ghana getting into the quarter-final. And just few minutes, Nanke Yoko semi-finals.
Maybe Mommy Sulali Muntari, that goal no, in 2010. That was South Africa 2010. The Vuvuzela World Cup. In fact, attendance massive, noise massive. Just say it was super. And was that the first time an Africa hosts World Cup?
Oh yeah, yes, South Africa. I quite remember Danny Jordan Ebaha, may you so rest in peace. Emma Komlado more interview no. People were talking about crime in South Africa. Eti Danny Ebisa Komla said, Komla, show me one country in the world where there is no crime, and I will show you where heaven is. Komla said, go on. Eti South Africa 2010 World Cup, and also Ebaso. That was some World Cup the world will never forget.
Yes.
The quality of football.
Yes.
Africa's response from Ghana. South Africa's, the noise, the vuvuzela, everything was up there. Then there was one player, Osupia was Diego Fulan, top scorer, best player in that tournament. Attendance on an African soil, 3,178,856 people.
Mekai the first game, South Africa versus Mexico. Chabalala shared a super goal to open the competition, and that was just super. And you're more as for numbers.
Yeah. You know, you can't take anything away from South Africa for that tournament. And Yambo, Spain, so Abaso. I mean, they played something. Football, if you see in Argentina,
Holland final.
Games against Germany, England.
Yeah.
Argentina, Germany. I mean, those were great matches. And Sana finals, where total football versus tiki-taka. Spain against Holland.
Yeah.
I mean, that was massive. And it took something extraordinary in the person of Iniesta and Edigo.
Yeah. And Howard Webb was also a super referee on that night.
And Yaman you match.
To say a lot happened. Maybe next week buy more that.
My year for 2014 in Chaso. Now just a jiffy. Because 2014 in there. Ghana no a taboo yem pesi ebeti
2014
Brazil
that anya Ghana kwa na pesi obeti o the host nation is of the
and
I say there was a game host nation Germany share 7 in that tournament inti Ghana then cry they say
only defending champions yeah man 6 Holland they share 6 a lot happened in that World Cup but yeah pesi ebeka but the finals was between Germany, Argentina.
Yes.
That was when Germany machine na omashisha said the result eba iriase and they did it in grand style because all share players are no more bona won share them who obi abeka say out and out player bia but then as a team collectively they did very well against almighty Argentina team led by the great man himself Lionel Messi.
All right.
He's the only man waje world best player in the World Cup 2 times.
All right. On that note, the World Cup abako some this year next week. It's 2018, then 2022 Qatar. Nefino, say if you never been team is nankasa. Amani nyina squad now modo tournament na say. Expectation is saying stars ben expect to say this tournament eba so no between my tournament no yes successful attendance no ebe kwa saying ticket and something saying say yes how they be host event no saying na enema ebo until there's a lot to share with you this platform so by need the World Cup about kwa 7 this year na on Saturday UEFA Champions League final no ebe baso between Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain. That same day, and your basketball championship no Basso Medina Zurich Park. Get see near focus. Maybe we can combine the two no na. Yeah, sorry.
Basketball our potential our yekromoha. Unfortunately, ye ni enko and the Yalsechi as a private man. And a person is doing his best. But on say omamuno ehun se be a potential ni a boy because when you go to court na ye be boss na ya na eye area. If you say efiti we legon fio ye mfa Tommy Junction ekosi adenta maybe o ya refa dodowa won shede hu decent tennis court bi o ha be kase o betumi but we should organize this in the best of everything ye be kone akwa kohwe bi but on Saturday Paris Saint-Germain about 60-70% favorite to win because share omo performance the last time we finals I mean that was massive win for them against Inter but when no more against an opponent throughout the Champions League period we lose game or one of the best defense in the tournament we share the Paris ni fimu no oshane 3-1 say football follow logical obeka say this might be the biggest test for Paris Saint-Germain and not for Arsenal because Paris Saint-Germain was in the same league format and Arsenal topic group
okay
it's Arsenal are going to eat underdogs and they prefer the tag underdogs they said that 20 years ago Omokoya na Barcelona ye favorite even though it lived up to the bill and so we win but then way a very different ball game.
Right.
Paris Saint-Germain, of course, will start as favorite.
Okay.
But don't rule out Arsenal. Anything is possible.
All right.
Especially when there is a corner kick in the game.
Okay. Yeah, they see, yeah, now so whether that's all your parts of us tonight. Net2 TV inside 90 minutes. So another edition. Yeah, they banner. So on behalf of the entire production team, Ora Amukwedu, Edienimo, George Sarkodie was here in charge of camera, Elder Questioning, and so Ewaha, supervisor extra. Oh, then Elikem, Chief Justice Hughes and Robert Finn. And a boy Mashuno, Yade Bawa Kwemo. What's the historian? Nane Asante Boa and Kawo Shuno. So, Femi Kufiampon said that's no time. We are back again, same time next week here on the 2 TV. Inside 90 minutes, we define sports. Good evening.